After Coach's opening statement, please raise your hand. We'll get you the microphone and we'll have an interview session. Coach, your thoughts on the game?
As I always like to give credit to a very good team we faced in Central Florida. We knew going in they would try to run downhill on us. I think the second week in a row we held a team under 100 yards rushing. However, pass defense, we have a long way to go, and getting pressure on the quarterback. Offensively, we're down to our third tailback, and it looked like it. We have to get better. And the guys carrying the ball are talented. They're just terrible mistakes. Penalties and turnovers are not, in the first game, very minimal penalties, and 0 turnovers again this week was not good. So just got to fix it. We're going to have to really idea who's going to touch the ball. I mean, we have to go back to the drawing board and make some decisions on who's going to physically touch that ball, and they have to take care of it, obviously. So I'd like to also thank our fans and our student body, tremendous, and also the weatherman did a nice job for us, so I appreciate his effort. And got a big one next week, but we're going to enjoy the win. Winning major college football games is a tough duty, especially when you face a quality opponent. So I'll certainly answer your questions for you.
We'll open it up on the right. Clay?
Yeah, Coach, Braxton's 27 touches, was that necessitated by Hyde's departure of the game plan, or just the fact he's the best player on the field?
Well, yes. That's too much. That's too much. 27 hits and he's blown out right now. So you got to be smart. But I mean, someone's got to run the ball right now. He's our best answer. Durante and number 2, Rod Smith. They're both talented guys. We got to do it in practice. We might lose Carlos Hyde for a week or 2. I don't know. It's an MCL sprain, so I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. And obviously, I thought he was running the ball good. Also, Zach Warren's another option for us to carry the ball. But 27 carries, you can tell he's got blown in that fourth quarter.
Urban up here in the front. Usually coaches will say the biggest improvement between game 1 and game 2. Some of the issues you had today, you mentioned the sloppiness, the fumbles, the turnovers, the missed tackles on defense. How will you address that and get that kind of, that almost seems like a camp type issues maybe that you're having, that you had out there today?
What type of issues?
Well, kind of like issues you handled in the first couple of weeks of camp, fundamental stuff like that.
Okay. Exactly right, and that's what happens sometimes. Very good point. Tuesday and Wednesday, you're down to 1-2 days a week of practice. And you're trying, especially, not that it's that hot, but you've got heat issues where you want to keep practices to a minimum. So, exactly right. What's the answer? I think it's a little tough. We're right back to fundamentals. We're running a lot of plays on offense, and I think our guys got a little fatigued. Those are all excuses. Our guys should be better than that. But once again, you play a good team. Play a good team. You take care of the ball around here by smiling and go do what you got to do and enjoy your families and get ready to go face the Pac-12 opponent next week. So it's everything you just said is absolutely correct. How do you handle sloppy play? Well, you won a game. Go out and get real physical practice on Tuesday, and Wednesday you do better.
Far right, Tim?
Yeah, Urban, of the 3 numbers, 27 carries by Braxton, the 3 turnovers or the 10 penalties, which one bothers you the most?
The turnovers and penalties were turnovers. The boys and turnovers and penalties. You can't win. That's not a good team. And right now we're not. I don't want to say we're not a good team, but we're not. We're just kind of mushing around out there. We got to be much better than we are.
And the other thing, can you give us an update? Nathan Williams didn't dress.
He was all sore all week. He didn't practice, and it's just frustrating for him, frustrating for us. Because is he in? Is he not in? And it's a tough injury. He's got a microfracture surgery.
And Travis Howard, what's your?
He had some stingers. My understanding he'll be fine for next week. And then had some tough injuries. But overall, once again, I don't want to be downer around here. We won a freaking game. We won by 2 touchdowns against quality opponents. So time to move on and get ready to go play.
Far left, Doug. Urban, you mentioned the lack of a pass rush today. You seem to have some talented guys up in the front 4. What do you think it is that you're not getting the push that you want?
I think it's a good question. I'm going to give it an answer next week. I felt the same out there as you did. I can't answer it today and tell you why. You think we have a little more pressure. I don't know how good Central Florida's offense line is. I think they played pretty good today. But there's, quick passing was I don't want to say it was an excuse the first week. But, we have got to pressure the quarterback. We have far too much time to throw the ball.
Far right, Bill?
Urban, you went for it twice in midfield on 4th and short. You made it once, didn't once. Was that dictated by the failure at the goal line last week? Or risk-reward situation or what?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's certainly, include myself, those second games, what I do is I go back and evaluate each call. You know, when it was, we declined the penalty, or we took a penalty and knocked it back 15 yards and ended up scoring on that drive. It's just, I'm trying to push the buttons to make us a good team. Midfield, you should be able to, on 4th and 1, get a first down. So we did it twice, and I think our offense knows we're going to do it again. At some point, you have to do that when you're a very, very good team, which right now we're not. But we're working our tails off to become that very good team.
Bill, Bob?
Urban, last week you said that I think the 17 carries that Braxton had were too many. Is there, and he's obviously the most talented guy out there, how do you limit that when in this kind of situation? I mean, will you tell him specifically, don't carry the ball as much? Or, I mean,
No, we called some of those. We had more direct runs last week. I want to say we had 3 direct runs where he's made a couple decisions that were incorrect when he pulled it, when he shouldn't have pulled it, where he should have gave it. He's scrambling around, so not all those are direct runs. He's kind of a guy that's an athlete playing quarterback and changing it. But that is too much. And I'm going to say it again next week, but we have to find a way to win that game. And I'm open for any suggestion. Not really. I apologize. I'm not open for suggestions. I know we'll get some. But we got to develop a running back. We need a guy to turn on, hand the ball off, and pound it in there and get 6, 7, 8 yards and line up and go. And we certainly got some guys with some talent, not much experience now. But we're high and dry too. I mean, we got 2 guys. Let's go. We got 3 injured tailbacks right now in the program. One's out for the year, one's been out for about 8 weeks, and one is I don't know how long he's going to be out. So, and Braxton, you did make a correct statement. Braxton's the most talented runner on the team. The other guy that's really done a nice job, and I'm going to kind of investigate some more this week, is Philly Brown. He's kind of turning into that playmaker. So you might see him carry the ball a little bit on the east-west stuff that we have to.
All right, Austin.
Urban, you referenced the secondary giving up some big plays. We also created some with the turnovers, the interceptions for the second week in a row. Are you encouraged by the progress there, or does it negate the big plays or anything like that for you?
We've given up a ton of passing yards. Once again, I have more for you. I think we have a press conference on Monday or something like that, on Tuesday, after I watch the film and hear our staff, what they have to say. Turnovers, we had a couple down in there that changed the game, that were kind of the checkmate plays of the game. Orion Johnson off the top of my head, and Sabino on another one where we stopped them because they were going in to score. So a lot of positives. The negative I see right now is I don't see the quarterback getting hit, and that's something that has to be addressed. That's going to solve a lot of problems with the defense. So we're going to address that and have a conversation about that this week.
A couple more questions, folks. We've got a lot of people coming up, so far left, Bo.
Coach, you mentioned the 2 backs right here in the front. Brayante and Rod, the 2 guys with a ton of talent, but haven't had a ton of at-bats, obviously. How will you build they're up, next man up. How are you going to get it so that they're guys that you can trust next week and going forward?
There's only one answer, and it starts tomorrow. I think we'll come in at 3:30, 3 o'clock. And when we jog the first unit out there, someone's going to jog out the tailback. The choices are Zach Warren, Brayante, or Ron Smith. That's your choices. And maybe some situations, Philly Brown. I don't know. We're going to. That's the only thing you can't do. And the good thing is, they have, like you said, they're Brayante done, no problem. We'll take a Brayante done anytime. Ron Smith, we'll take him anytime. They're good dudes, they're good guys, they're talented, but they're not a lot of production out of those 2 guys. But usually good guys that work their tail off, good things happen to them.
Front, Bill.
In terms of where you thought this team would be after 2 games, where is it on that spectrum in your mind?
Not where I thought we'd be. I thought we'd be a little more explosive on offense. I thought we'd be able to get some pressure on the quarterback. I thought against the run, we're doing pretty good. I think our offensive line is doing a decent job moving the ball. Receivers are starting to develop a little bit. There's other areas where I thought we'd be a little more explosive on offense.
Can I go? Okay.
Go ahead, Steve.
Orion Johnson looked like he took more of the reps today as the star, the Nickelback, and kind of split maybe 40 around on that. Looked like he had a tip on one of the interceptions, the intercepted a pass at the goal line. Just your thoughts on him getting in there and playing today?
I was very involved in that decision because I just see what he's so talented. But he's another guy who's been around here a while. Production hasn't been exactly what he needs to be, but he earned that right in practice. He does some really good things out for us in special teams, and we felt like we needed more production on that nickel spot.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.